We're live now. Cool. Decided to change things up a bit and stream a little bit earlier in the day because a lot of my audience who decided to tune into the streaming, they have early just because, it's pretty late. And usually for the past 5 weeks, I've been streaming at 9 p.m. Pacific time, but that's Pacific time. For people living on, say, the East Coast of the United States, that's like 4 hours later. So it's like 12 p.m., right? Or midnight. But yeah. So 3 people already. Wow. Yeah, that just says something, doesn't it? I also decided not to turn the lights on in this and instead just have this desk lamp here. And looks like my face is a lot more visible without this light bulb right here blinding everybody. Yeah, it's not right as I'm going to bed. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm probably going to start streaming in the middle of the day from now on instead of at 9 p.m. Pacific time. That way more people can watch. Yeah, we're already at 4 viewers, and we're not even 10 minutes in yet. So, for those of you who are here, I thought I might show you a couple of things that I'm working on. This is not a commission. This is actually a gift I'm making for my brother. He played a lot of chess when he was younger, and I'm making him a chess set out of acrylic, and it's kind of got a modern feel to it. So, I've only got the original pieces here. I have to make molds out of these guys, but these will be the pawns. These are spheres with rings under them. Right now, the ring comes apart, but when I actually make the castings of these, then they'll be solid. Yeah, I got 4 of those in here because there's more pawns in a chess game than any other piece. The rooks are just a cube, and these are already done, so I can go ahead and make the molds for these guys too. The queen is actually going to be a cone. Right now, I've only got a cylinder, but I need to find a way to make this a cone. The king I was working on a while ago. It's supposed to be a pyramid, but I haven't really finished it yet. And then the bishops, I have finished those. Originally, I was going to have the bishops be slanted all the way up to the peak there so that there was kind of a sharp edge here. But I liked it better with this flat. So, and this one's polished on the top and the bottom. So this one's ready to be turned into a mold. And then the knights, I haven't even started the knights. I don't even know how I'm going to make them yet. So right now it's just a chunk of acrylic that's been freshly cut with the table saw. So yeah, I'll probably mix up the silicone for these guys in the stream today. And for the bishops, pawns, and rooks, of course, I still have to make all the other pieces. I'm also gonna see if I can get this guy set up, this here airbrush, because I also need to finish painting this Ranger helmet right here. And I've got the top of the helmet right here. It's already more or less painted with the metallic silver. And yeah, I use it quite a lot, but this part of the helmet's actually brown. But I'm going to do the same thing I did with my first one, which was paint it silver first and then do the exact same method of painting with brown paint. So you're going to see that here. I'm going to set that on my table saw here. And then it just fell on the floor. This is the Ranger helmet, the mask of it. And it's got a couple of improvements over my first one. Namely, the mouthpiece has a wire mesh frame so that when you breathe through it, it no longer fogs up these red lenses here, which is nice. And I also added an oxygen tank for the tubes to connect to, because in my first helmet, I just duct taped these tubes to the back strap here. It wasn't complete. So yeah, this is already also painted the color I need it to be. I just need to give it the highlights and the weathering. And the highlights on this will take some time just because there's so many edges on this thing. And yeah, it's the headphone right here, this guy. And then this is the exhaust fan or whatever that is. And I also made it so that my first Ranger helmet connected with Velcro straps. So therefore it didn't really have a whole lot of shift for for size. This one has nylon webbing and buckles now, and you can adjust the this strap here. So now it's a little bit tighter. So this one, you can adjust the size. And when you do commissions for armor pieces, you want to try and do that. Make it adjustable, because 9 times out of 10, when you make armor for another person, especially if you don't know them personally, like you've never met them in person, then yeah, more likely than not, the armor piece you'll make for them will be the wrong size. And I don't want to have it not fit properly, and then he has to ship it back. Then I have to adjust it, then ship it back to him. So yeah, so make that adjustable. As for the top of the helmet, it's really big already, so I don't think that one needs to be adjusted or anything. And it's got a magnet about right here. So it and in the strap on this Ranger helmet beneath this white piece of foam is also a magnet. So that will keep the top of the helmet in place. My first one had 2 magnets, but I don't think 2 magnets is necessary if it's correctly placed. So yeah, fog lenses are the worst. Yeah, they really are. In fact, with my Ranger helmet, the one I made for myself, yeah, I had that problem because I didn't bother trying to make it so that when I exhaled, the air could escape, and I just kind of relied on it going beneath my chin, and that didn't work. It was not enough, and yeah, the lens is fogged up. So how I fixed that was I kind of, actually, I better show you. I'm gonna go get it real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, got it right here. Yeah, I used some breathable fabric for the ELT filter on my helmet. That's good. Good job. I actually used part of a screen door for mine. So yeah, here's my first one here. I still am very proud of it, but how I fixed the fogging issue was this lens right here. You can see it's broken, and I did that on purpose for practicality and to also make it creepy and unique at the same time, because there's also a piece of paper behind this lens so that when I'm wearing it, you can see this eye, but you can't see this one. And yeah, it has weird visual impairment too when you're wearing it, especially after you've been wearing it for a while and then you take it off. It's yeah. But yeah, I should probably keep this with me for reference. Oh yeah, see, the tubes are just duct taped to the back instead of part of an oxygen tank or whatever that thing is on the back of the helmet. Yeah. So yeah, huge improvements there. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with painting this now. I just need to paint this brown and then add the edge highlights. I don't really need to weather it because painting it brown will kind of already do that. And then this, yeah, needs tons of highlights on this guy, and also weathering. And I'm going to try and do the weathering part with my new airbrush over here. So it should be fun. So I think the first thing I'll do, actually, because they take some time to cure, is I'm going to make the molds for my chess pieces over here. Just the bishops, rooks, and pawns. I don't know if I have enough silicone for that though. I haven't finished making the originals for all the other pieces yet. So let me get the spheres, these cylinders. Yeah, here are the bishops right here. And a couple of spheres for the pawns. And because the pawns have rings underneath them, I don't need to make a 2-part mold for the pawns. Normally with spheres, you need to make a 2-part mold because spheres don't have a flat surface that you can act as the bottom of the mold. So I might also have to build a mold box because I don't think I have any reusable ones that are big enough for these, except maybe the pawn pieces. And then the rooks are just cubes. So as for the rest of the pieces, the knights, king and queen, those are not ready yet. So we'll set those aside. The duct tape on the helmet was very Fallout. Looked really good. True. But the actual game model, well, if you get a mod that improves the thing, instead of just duct taping it, it's got this oxygen tank on the back that just kind of straps onto the back of the helmet. And otherwise, yeah. You're right, though. It looks jury-rigged when you do that. But I personally think it's better for it to be like that. But the only reason I duct tape it was just because I was running out of time. And I just couldn't do it. Plus, I didn't have the materials at the time. All right, let me get my silicone. And yeah, I don't think I've opened these containers yet. So yeah, I might have enough silicone to make molds for these guys, but I need to get more for the other pieces. Yeah, I don't have any reusable molds. My biggest one is this guy here, but it's not tall enough even for the pawn pieces. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make a mold box, which means I think I'm only going to be able to do one piece at a time. Okay. Well, I've got some scrap acrylic over here. I can use this to make a mold box. I've never actually done this before. Every time I've made a mold with this silicone, I use reusable mold boxes. Oh yeah, I need to mix something with it. I need a container to mix it in too, don't I? So we'll just take this bucket. And a stir stick. I'm also going to have to polish up some of these pieces. Where's my microfiber cloth? I've got one in the laundry room. I'll just get that one. I'll be right back. Did I bring my gloves down here too? I don't think I did. All right, I need to go get those. Okay, got him here. Because when you're polishing acrylic, you want to try and avoid getting fingerprints on it, especially if you're going to make a mold out of them. So, all right. They're already more or less polished, but I need to make them as spick and span as possible. So before we do that, let's go ahead and make the mold box. I have to heat up my hot glue gun, which I have up here. Don't want to mix the silicone yet because that cures pretty quickly. Or the one I have does anyway. You can set the what's it called? The gloves aside. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna have to cut this up a little bit. But yeah, I can probably cut this piece of acrylic out. The rest of these I don't think I need. So I'll just put these back. Besides, these ones are too thin anyway. If you're making a mold box out of acrylic like that, then you want it to be at least an 1/8 inch thick, which this is. But those other pieces were all a 1/16 inch thick. Way too thin for that. Anyway, do I have enough glue in here? Yeah. Okay. So we use a hot glue gun to glue the acrylic pieces together. Okay, let's plug this in over here. Okay, let that warm up for a bit. Shouldn't take too long. Okay, what else is there? Yeah, so I guess I'll go ahead and clean them up now. Start with the pawns. Or no, let's do the bishops first, because the pawns I need to glue together anyway, so that's going to be a little tricky. So yeah, I can. It's not perfect, but I could polish it up more later. Okay. Where am I? Yeah, there. I believe this is the first time I've bought a box of latex gloves like this, because I never really needed them before. I mean, yeah, because I get paint and glue and whatnot on my fingers all the time, but it doesn't really harm me, so I don't really bother. But when you're polishing something, you want to try and avoid getting fingerprints on it. That's what these guys are for. And yeah, there's a lot of them in here. Once I get at least one mold done, then I'll start painting the helmet here. Because the acrylic paint dries a heck of a lot quicker than the silicone cures, so might as well do the one that takes longer first. Okay. I'm still using my onboard camera because I still haven't found my webcam yet. I have no idea what happened to it. So yeah, this is the Bishop piece right here. Hello, Mr. Everything and More. Good to have you here. All right, so yeah, let's get to polishing this guy. I've never done this before, so bear with me. I don't think you need to know a whole lot of this stuff for it to work. I use this Novus system stuff, and it goes up 3 levels. The first level is the polishing one, but the third one is designed to get rid of heavy scratches, and that one you have to apply liberally. But this you don't really have to. I don't think you do. I don't think so. So yeah, just use this as a cleaner basically, but don't want to be too rough with it. But as long as you've got a microfiber cloth, then you're pretty much good to go. And get all the lint and dust off too, because you don't want any of that in your mold. Okay. I'm not really worried about the bottom because this is going to be exposed anyway. So yeah, it's polished too, but it's still got scratches on it, but I don't really care about the bottom. Because when that cures, it's going to have a piece of silver mylar filming over it. So I'm not worried. Okay, that's about as good as it can get. It's prettier when you look at it in person than with this piece of crap camera. Yeah. Okay, so let's set that aside. Now let's do the other one. Can you post the links to the templates again? You can just look up any of my YouTube videos, and if I've uploaded the template for them, then the link to the Dropbox will be in the video description. So far, I've uploaded patterns for the missile hammer, the anti-material rifle, the steel longsword from Skyrim, and I think one more thing. I don't remember exactly which one though. So yeah, just look up a video and look at the video description. If the link isn't there, then I probably have not made a pattern for it yet or uploaded it. If the Dropbox link is in there, then yeah, go ahead and download it. Yeah, this is looking nice already. Squeaky clean. Have 5 people watching, not bad. Current record is still 12. We didn't beat it last week. We got up to, I think, 9 last week, which is not bad. But yeah, let's see if we can beat that today. Okay, bishops are polished. I want to keep these on, though. Now I got to cut this up. I have a table saw, but it's really loud. Or I might be able to just use what I already have. Yeah, these are all too thin, except this one. This is like a 1/4 inch. But if I'm going to use 1/4 inch acrylic, I want to use it for something else, not a mold box. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to cut them on the bandsaw then. Now, don't want these exposed to dust, so we'll just wrap this in the microfiber cloth and set this aside. Oh, my hot glue's ready. That's good. It just burned me a little bit there. All right, I'm going to cut this up now. Okay, so it's about... Okay, well, it didn't cut straight. It kept pushing itself. All right. I'll have to figure out another way to do it then. I guess I could use a bucket, one of these buckets for that, but that would be a kind of a waste. I don't know. Oh, I could use a PVC pipe, but that would only get me one. But one's better than none, I guess. And I also can't see through this, but that'll have to work, I guess. Need to get all the scraps out though. Now is this thing big enough for one of these to fit in? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, I'll just grab a piece of acrylic, glue that to the bottom, and then glue this onto it. Oh yeah, this is extruded, not cast. It's just going to gum up on me when I try to machine it like that. Okay. Hello, Mississippi. Good night. That's so loud. Yeah. It's not as loud as my table saw, which is sitting right here, but yeah. All right. So we're going to glue the Bishop piece to the bottom of this. And this is the one that has the unpolished bottom. So it'll glue a little better. Yeah, it's already dripping. All right. Okay, it's on there. Oh, I don't think I left enough space. Yeah, barely. Okay, so now we'll glue the PVC pipe to it. I want to move this further up, actually. Now let's just slip it over. Okay, let's try this again, right in the middle. There we go. Now I'll glue the PVC pipe to it. Make sure it's centered. Okay. Let's glue this guy on. Okay, I need to get another thing of glue. I really don't like using hot glue guns. They're just not very strong, but you know, for mold boxes, that's what you're supposed to use. So. All right, let's actually glue the let's do it like this instead. I'm still very new to this, so bear with me. There we go. That's on there. Cool. Now let's make sure it's watertight. All right, good. There we go. All right. Looks good. All right, let's mix up the silicone. I don't think I need a whole lot of it. I think maybe 4 ounces would be good. So let's do that. Still got a bunch of residue silicone on this thing. This is, I think this is HDPE, the plastic, so it should not stick to it. Okay, let's mix up the silicone. Okay, 2 ounces of each side. Oh yeah, I did use a little bit of this, but not much. Okay, that's side A. Scooch that over. All right, side B next. Okay, got it. Let's mix this up. Hello, Vizon, or Vizon, however you pronounce that. Good to have you here. I don't recognize your name. I think this is the first time I've seen you in this stream. I'm from Germany. Nice, nice. I've sent commissions to Germany before. I think it was a steel longsword that I sent there, a Skyrim one. So I'm mixing some silicone right now. My English is really bad. No, I understand what you're saying perfectly fine. But yeah, so I'm mixing some silicone right now. I'm making a mold for a chess piece that I made. I'm working on a chess set for my brother. And while this is curing, I will continue to paint a Ranger helmet that I'm supposed to finish today. I love this silicone. It's such a pleasure to work with. It's expensive, though. I mean, this kit here, about $40 for this guy. And it's like a pint of silicone total. So, but that's okay. I believe it's worth it. It's really good. Are you a cosplayer? I am, very much so. I've been a cosplayer for 3 years. Started out as a hobby. Then it turned into a business. And I started taking commissions and selling them on Etsy. And about a year after that, I started this YouTube channel. And I've been on YouTube for about a year. I've been in business for 2 years. Been cosplaying for 3 years. And in 1 year, we're up to about 3,000 subscribers, which is pretty nice. I believe that will grow exponentially by this time in 2020. And I've made about I think $7,000 or $8,000 so far making commissions. So yeah, not bad. It's my pride and joy. I'm also working on an information product that basically coaches cosplay, because I think I have enough experience under my belt for that to be worth doing. But yeah, working on that right now. I have no idea when it's going to come out, though. You have finished cosplays? Yes, I have. I've made 3 projects so far. The first one was McCree from Overwatch, the Mystery Man version. Okay, let's pour this in. Where did I scrape that? Right here. Yeah, it was the Mystery Man McCree was my first cosplay. And the second one was Daedric Armor from Skyrim. And my third one was an NCR Ranger from Fallout New Vegas. All of those I've been doing, all those were, it took about a year to make. Well, not really a year to make, but those were the cosplays for those years. So McCree was 2017, Daedric Armor 2018, and Ranger 2019. But yeah, and I haven't started my next one yet, but it's going to be the Ganon family Tesla armor from also Fallout New Vegas, and that one's quite a bit more ambitious than the NCR Ranger. It's going to have LEDs and everything, so yeah, it'll be pretty interesting, I think. But yeah, right now I'm pouring the silicone into this mold here. I don't think I mixed enough. I mean, it doesn't. I don't really need to be careful with how I pour this because the original Bishop piece is not very detailed. But oh yeah, I think I have enough. So just get it all in there. Where's my stick? Here it is. So yeah. Eventually, the revenue I generate from running a YouTube channel and whatnot will eclipse the earnings I make with my day job. And when that happens, I'll probably be doing a lot more cosplay, especially after I release my information product. And I'll probably up the ante and start doing 2, maybe 3, possibly even 4 projects in a year instead of just 1. I'm looking forward to that very much. Okay. Did I have enough? Yes, I did. Barely. That was 4 fluid ounces. That was a quarter of the silicone I had. So that mold itself is about $10. And it doesn't look like it's leaking anywhere. So that's good. Because the last time I made a mold like this where I had to actually make the mold box, it did leak. And that was no fun. It wasted a lot of silicone doing that. All right, let's set this aside and let that cure. It's going to take a couple hours. Usually, once that specific silicone cures in about 2 hours. Cures to the point where you can take the mold out. But for a full cure, it's more like 6 to 12 hours. Or 8 to 12 hours. Anyway, I'll just leave the pawns on the rook there, or the rooks, and I still got another bishop here. So I'll probably get a whole bunch of plastic cut next time I have a shift at my day job, so that I can make mold boxes out of them. Your content quality is that of a much larger channel. Well, thank you. That's the idea. Because not really because I want to presume and try to act like it, but because I'm taking this channel very seriously. And, when people come in and they see that the channel looks like one that should have more subscribers than it actually does, then that will be a reason for them to subscribe. Because, if I'm taking it seriously, then they know that content's going to keep coming out. So, yeah, I'm glad you recognized that. Thank you very much. Keep it up, and your subs should reflect that soon enough. Yes, I agree. It's just a matter of time, if you ask me. I've been on YouTube for about a year now, a little over a year now. I need to turn this off. Actually, this hot glue gun. And 3,000 subscribers. Well, more like 2,700, but it's a lot. That's a lot of people. And it's pretty crazy that I have the attention of that many people, but it's not like career driving yet. You need hundreds of thousands for that, but that is definitely the goal. And so I think when it comes to growing on YouTube, it happens exponentially. So, you start out real slow, and then it'll pick up and kind of just continue to do that until you have an audience as big as, say, Shadowversity or Scalagrim. And I believe that because, well, when I first reached out to Shadiversity about 1 year ago, he had about 200,000 subscribers. And now he's sitting at about 650,000. So since I reached out to him, his sub count has tripled. So yeah, or a little over doubled, but yeah. Where are you from? That's a difficult question. I was born in Portland, Oregon, and I'm still in Portland, Oregon right now. But I've also lived in Kelso, Washington, which is about an hour drive north of here. I lived in Fisher, Illinois. It's around where Champaign is. And then I lived in Magalia, then Paradise, then Chico, California. Paradise was the town that got burnt down last November from the campfire. Lived there for, I think, 3 years. And then I lived in Bothell, Washington. Bothell is one of the suburbs of Seattle. Graduated high school there, lived there for 2 years, and now I'm back here in Portland, and I'm currently on my 3rd year here again. So, yeah, so I've been in Portland for a little over half of my life because, yeah, when I was born here, I lived here for the first 9 years of my life, and I'm 20 now, and so 9 plus 3 is 12. So yeah, over half my life. Although I'm turning 21 in less than a month, so that's nice. Hey, I'm late. Hey, better late than never. And well, I've only been streaming for a half hour, so. Can you say "Hallo, ich bin Paul"? It's German. I don't know German, but I tried my best there. So there you go. Okay, let's go ahead and start painting this guy. My helmet dropped on the floor. So I just made that silicone mold for one of the bishop pieces. So while that's curing, go ahead and paint this guy brown. It's already silver or metallic silver, but the helmet itself is actually brown, as you can see from my first one here. It's got silver and brown, and then I'm going to have to make these numbers again. I misplaced the patterns for those. That's okay. So yeah, we'll do the same technique, stippling with a round brush. And maybe I'll actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and try using my airbrush now, because, well, couldn't hurt, right? I've got my brown paint right here and my airbrush right here. My compressor is over here with my spray paints. And yeah, here's my cleaner. That's a 16 fluid ounce bottle of it right there. So I've got a lot of that stuff. And then my compressor's right here. I love your English accent. I'm American. I'm not English. I can speak in a British accent, more or less. I'm not very good at it, even though my grandmother is from Scotland. But, you know, if I try to speak like this in front of a Brit or an Aussie, then they'll think, what the hell is wrong with me? Anyway, let's get this out of the way first. Now, don't fall on the floor, please. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, that's the hose. This is what you connect to the airbrush itself, this thing. This is the first time I've opened this box, by the way. So I have no idea what any of this stuff is right now. This thing, I have no idea what this is. Looks like these are adapters to connect the hose to the compressor. But I know this piece connects to the airbrush because the airbrush's nozzle is like really tiny. So I couldn't find a single hose for it in any of the hardware stores I found. I found one at Blick Art Materials, but it was like $30 for one of these guys, and that's just ridiculous. Okay, and here's the thing. Here's the device itself. Okay, looks like that's all. Let's get this styrofoam out. Okay. Now I know that cheap compressors like this one won't last very long, and I'm okay with that because I don't think I'm going to be using this airbrush a whole lot for the time being. But once I start actually using it a hefty amount, then yeah, I'll probably upgrade to a much nicer compressor, and I'll have to save up for that. This one costs about $60 US. So yeah, I'm not I'm not going to rely on it too much, or use it too much for now. But this is, so I have not used an airbrush yet. I have used a Copic marker airbrush before, and it works really well. It's just that the cans of air for that thing are like impossible to find. The last time I bought it in a retail store was actually at a Japanese bookstore over in Beaverton. I live in Portland. Beaverton is one of the outskirts on the east side of downtown. But where did I put it? Oh, here. Yeah, so it's this thing right here. And so you stick a marker in this compartment here, and you attach the air can to the bottom. But these air cans, they're like $12 a piece, and I can't find them anywhere now. And I've used this thing a hefty amount. I think I've used like 3 of these cans so far. I even painted an entire prop with this thing. It was my blue Lin blade that I made like I think 6 or 8 months ago, something like that. So obviously it's got a cord, but I'm gonna have to plug this in. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll figure it out from there. It didn't come with this. Oh, it did. Instructions are right here. So I'll look at those in a minute. So just set this guy over here. I think the hose is long enough, so I don't need to move this thing. Okay. Undo this stupid zip tie thing. Yay, new toy. Indeed. Been a long time. I've been wanting one of these for a long time, because you can get some really, really nice results when you paint with this thing. There we go. Okay, that's pretty quiet. It's a little noisy, but it's not loud. Can you say, mein Deutsch ist schlecht? Schlecht? It's German, and my German is bad. How is your German bad if you're German? I tried my best there. Wow, that thing is kind of annoying, actually. We'll just deal with it. So, okay, let's see here. How do I... That's good? Oh, okay. Good to know. Yeah. All right, so how does this thing work? And we shall see. So yeah, airbrush compressor, safety. I don't care about that. Safety setup. Grounded compressors. Okay, and even I'm not going to do it now. Okay. Oh no, this German specification. Yeah, I don't care about that. Okay, compressor area. Designate work area that's clean and well lit. Work area must not allow access to children or pets to prevent injury. I don't have kids. I don't have pets. I want a dog, though. I want a dog really bad, but I need to wait until I actually am renting or owning a house before I do that. I mean, I do live in this house alone, but I'm not paying rent for it. And sooner or later, the owner, my grandmother, is going to sell it. So, yeah, I'm not ready. I'm ready for that yet. Ich bin told means I am ugly. Okay, I didn't know that. I must go offline. It is 22 o'clock in German. Okay. Well, good night, man. What is that, 10 p.m.? Yeah. I mean, you're kind of on the other side of the planet from where I am. So, yeah, not surprised. I took several years of German. Yeah, nice. My dad was stationed in Germany when he was in the Army like 20 years ago. And when I was in high school, I took Japanese, but one of the other language classes that was German. And every so often, all the language classes gathered for, fun events and whatnot. And yeah, German was one of them. So I caught on a little bit to what you're supposed to say. So yeah, good night. I'm subscribed to you. Awesome. The more the merrier. Good night, man. Yeah, look at the compressor on a flat level surface to improve properly. Just on space still in circulation. Okay. Well, it's got mostly that space. The only thing that's in the way is my bandsaw, but it's got plenty of space otherwise. Route the power cord from the compressor to the grounded wall outlet along the safe house. Okay. General operation. Insert the power plug. Connect airbrush not included to air hose of the compressor. Okay. So where do I connect this thing? On the bottom side? I think that's the side that goes in the airbrush. Oh no, it goes on this side here. Yeah, this is where it goes. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know it's not included because the place I got this compressor was at Harbor Freight, and they had a kit for I think another $20. Yeah, I could feel it. I could feel the air, but I already had this by the time I was looking for a compressor, and I didn't want to use a cheapo $20 airbrush. I wanted to use this thing, and this thing was about $60 and has a lot of value for price, according to the person who sold it to me, who has been using an airbrush for like 12 years, I think, as he said. This compressor is only with okay, yeah. Turn the power switch on. Okay, yeah, I already did that. Adjust regulator pressure output 20 gauge by lifting the air knob. Lifting the desired pressure. Okay. Yeah, I know you're not supposed to change the. I know for airbrushes, you don't want the pressure higher than I think 30 pounds per square inch. So we'll change this guy. Okay, I don't know where that is. Pressure gauge, pressure regulator. Showing the pressure gauge by lifting the regulator knob. Oh, lifting the regulator knob. Turning it. Okay, got it. So you lift it to adjust the pressure. Okay. Okay, which direction do I turn it? Okay, it doesn't tell me. I'm gonna have to play around with this for a bit. This will automatically be in. Okay. Just regulated pressure on put back. Oh, okay. All right. It doesn't seem so hard. It's just the pressure gauge won't change when I turn the knob. Oh, wait. Am I supposed to connect it to the airbrush first? Before I actually change the pressure on it? Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. I'm still figuring this out. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. All right, we'll put it at 25. Okay. I think I have it figured out now. Whew. All right, cool. You don't. I think the limit for the airbrush was, 30. So we'll put it at 25 and leave it there. Don't want this thing falling on the floor though. We'll just set it right there. Or maybe I can bring it over here. Yeah, let's actually do that. Oh, it's hot. It's hot down here too. I'm sweating. Okay. All right. That works. Put the compass away. Don't need that. Put the hot glue gun away. Don't need that either. All right. Looking good. Okay. So it looks like for the air to go through, you have to press this thing down, this button here. Whereas actually pulling it back doesn't change the pressure unless you push it down. Yeah. So as long as you're pushing it, that releases the air. And I think the further back you pull it in this direction, the higher the pressure is. So. All right, well, I think I'll play around with this a little bit, just using cardstock paper or something. I just had a scrap that I didn't need that I tossed somewhere. I don't know where it is, though. Yeah, I can use this guy. All right. My workshop's already a mess again. I just cleaned it or sorted it out more like. All right. I guess we'll load up the paint now. Now, how does this thing come off? Do you just pull it off or do you unscrew it? Okay, consult the manual, I guess. Ignition, troubleshooting. Oh no, this is the compressor. I need the instructions for this. Here we go. Yeah, the lid does come off. Okay. So you only unscrew it when you want to change the reservoir. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So this brown paint, this could also be a good chance for me to clean it out. And I think for that you need to use water and then the cleaning solution I've got over there. All right, just put a little bit of it in here. So just to be sure I'm doing this right. So yeah, you put the paint in the reservoir. It has to be airbrush ready, but this paint is really watery. It's not super thick like the other brand of paint I have. So yeah, this should be good. We'll see though. Okay, and you just do not allow it to dry is the point here. Okay. So yeah, just pushing on it doesn't really get you anything, but pulling it back gets more of the paint on there. That's kind of gritty. It's not clean at all. So yeah, I might actually have to water that down. But yeah, it's getting there. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. Those are not results I want right there. That's very, very gritty. It's very, you can like see the individual drops. You want it to be more flush than that. Okay. Well, I'm going to go clean this out. Well, I'm going to keep playing around with it. Yeah. Wonder if changing the needle will do anything. Still very new to this, so bear with me. Okay, now nothing's coming out. Okay, let's try that again a little bit. Might as well turn this off too, just so I've got the air attached to it. All right. Okay. All right, I'm going to go clean this out. Now, I'm doing this, releases some pressure, but okay. Doesn't make the whole thing explode, which is nice. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. I might have to actually just spray this through, maybe. We'll see. Maybe the pressure wasn't high enough. I don't know. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let's get one of these lids. All right. Seriously? Why would you design your lid like that? Okay. All right, let's spray that through. Let's also up the pressure a little bit. Oh yeah, it does need to be on. Okay. I am utterly confused right now. There we go. So yeah, you want the needle down, I guess. Okay, that's cleaning it out all right. Cool. Yeah, it's coming together. I'm figuring it out. It's always good. All right, I should put water in this. Let me get a container, put it in. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this and get another one. Do I have any scraps over here? Pretty sure I do, somewhere. Oh yeah, I don't need this. This is a pattern for an Elder Scroll, but I'm not making any of these anytime soon. Let me get some water. Okay. Whoa, careful with the stool there. Okay. It's good to know that when you have this much coming out, you can get some. You can probably get some good spray paint with this. You can see the mist here, and that's just water. But yeah, if this was paint, it would probably be really good too. Yeah, it's still got paint in there though. And we don't want that. All right. Now I need to look up how to clean it. To clean your airbrush, empty excess paint from cup. Flush out airbrush with the appropriate cleanser from medium, or use water. Spray airbrush until spray's clear. Wipe out cup is necessary. Okay. I need to keep spraying water then until it's clean. Okay. Yeah, there's still paint in there. Okay. This is cold water. Should I do warm water? Yeah. Cute compressor. Yeah, it's still getting the paint out. Okay. Yeah, I'll try warm water. All right. Let's see how this goes. Welcome back, Eve. Still playing around with this thing. Got some warm water now. Let's see how that goes. I'm at work. Okay. On Sunday? I have a syringe of salt. That's good. Maybe we could try getting all the paint out like this. Yeah, there's still paint down there. Okay. Maybe I'll try the cleaner now. Yeah, that didn't do anything. All right, I'm starting to get a little frustrated now. Do I have to take this thing apart? Hmm. Yeah, there's not a lot in there, just a little. Okay. Maybe I can get a little like pipe cleaner or something. Or I could maybe try this. No, that won't reach in there. Okay, maybe I can reach in there with a brush. Yeah, that worked. All right, let's put this back together. Okay, this is probably boring the living crap out of you guys, but I just need to figure this out. Okay. This wasn't the plan originally, but I'm gonna have to stop this stream. I need to figure this out because, yeah, the importance of keeping it clean is pretty high. So, but we got some things done, I guess.